Before you were governor, of course, you ran the 2002 Salt Lake City Winter Olympics. In the last week, there have been two terror attacks in Russia, and we're putting them up on the screen. First one at a train station, then one in a bus that killed more than 30 people, and Muslim extremists have promised to disrupt the Sochi Games next month. Russian President Putin says he'll fight back. Here he is.
We will confidently, fiercely and consistently continue the fight against terrorists until their complete annihilation.
Governor, how concerned are you about violence during these Winter Games in Sochi?
Well, I think with regards to any Olympics, there's always concern about violence. There was concern during our Olympics in 2002, of course, because we had just witnessed the tragedy of 9/11. And we were very concerned, and people wondered whether our games would be safe. Fortunately, they were safe, but I don't think any major global event that brings people from all over the world together, like an Olympics, can possibly escape the threat of violence. I do believe that the Russians will do everything in their power to protect the athletes and the spectators. I believe they'll be safe. I'm confident the games will be successful because the athletes are the heart of the games. But Russia has a special problem, given the threats that have been leveled in their direction. It's a problem that other games have also faced and been able to overcome successfully.
But I was going to talk to you about that, the special threat. I mean, yes, there was a general threat against Salt Lake City just months after 9/11. On the other hand, we've got here a Muslim terrorist group that has sworn to disrupt the Olympics, and as we've seen in Volgograd, they can kill dozens of people.
There's no question about it. It's very, very frightening to have any kind of Olympic event on your national soil, and to recognize that there may be groups that target that event for some kind of an attack. And I'm convinced that in the case of a nation like Russia, they have the resources to do their very best to protect the people from that kind of an attack. And you should know, Chris, in my own view, the heart of a successful Olympic security program is not just the hardened events and the magnetometers and the fences and so forth, but it's really the intelligence work that goes into the Olympics in the months and years before the games to make sure that you've identified people who might represent a threat. And my guess is the Russians have done a pretty good job on the intelligence side of things to keep the most dangerous people away.